Lately, I've been realizing that life can start to feel like one long to-do list. Wake up, rush, repeat. But at some point, I had to ask myself, am I living or just surviving? When people talk about romanticizing your life, they usually think that it's all about buying flowers every day, dressing in linen, or having that perfect morning coffee aesthetic. But that's not what it really is. It's not about the aesthetic, it's about the mind. It's about how you see your life. It's about appreciation, slowing down, and being grateful even when things aren't perfect. Because life will never be perfectly staged. But that doesn't mean that it isn't beautiful. I've started realizing that the world is abundant. My life is abundant. For example, when I first started filming YouTube videos, I could have waited for the perfect moment or the fancy equipment, but no, I filmed my first video with nothing but my Samsung Grand Prime, some natural light, and I didn't even have a ring light back then. And I was in my bedroom, and I'm so proud of myself for doing that. Not because it looked perfect, but because I was creating from abundance, not lack. How do you talk to yourself? Is it mostly in a negative or a positive way? For example, instead of saying, ugh, I have to go to work, shift to, wow, I have a job that helps me stay afloat. Maybe it's not perfect, but it's something. And for my fellow content creators, I know you might have those moments where you're like, ugh, I have to film today. Shift to, I get to film today. I get to express my creativity and share it with others. Our minds love to zoom in on the negative. That one thing that went wrong, the thing that we don't have yet. But what if instead we just started noticing even just one beautiful thing each day? The way the sunlight hits your floors in the mornings, the way your favorite song makes you feel. These are the small things that should remind you that life is still working for me, not against me. When you're going through something hard, instead of rushing to escape it, try to analyze what could this moment be trying to teach me. Maybe it's testing your strength because I guarantee you, you will one day look back at this situation and you will realize, you know what, I actually made it through that. Learn to ask yourself what is in my power right now, because forcing something before its time, it never ends well, okay? Trust me, it never ends well. The control freak that I am, I had to learn this the hard way. Sometimes the best thing that you can do is to handle what is in front of you and trust that the rest will unfold. What doesn't kill you really does make you stronger, and not just in words, but in the quiet way that you begin to carry yourself differently. Nature has played such a big role in how I romanticize my life because it reminds me that growth takes time. Have you noticed how nothing in nature rushes, yet everything still gets done? When I take a walk outside, I'm reminded that there's beauty in simplicity, peace in slowing down, and that life moves in seasons. Even winter has its purpose. I say this so many times on this channel. The thing you start and end your day with sets the tone for how you see your life. If your mornings start with comparison, stress, or negativity, you'll feel like you're always behind. But if you start your day with gratitude, prayer, journaling, or just by simply saying, thank you for today, everything begins to shift. You rewire your mind little by little until positivity starts to feel like home. When you romanticize from a place of gratitude, you attract more things to be grateful for because a negative or a scarce mindset, guess what it only does? It literally only closes you off. I've had a time in my life where I was in a dark place where nothing was going right. I literally could not see the light at the end of the tunnel. When you are in a negative phase, it's like you're emitting this energy that just repels good things from coming into your life. I used to be so focused on what was lacking, what was not going right, what wasn't working, what was going wrong, to the point that I forgot all about the good stuff. And I used to think that this energy and attraction theory was nonsense. Then I decided to look into it. It's amazing how our energy can impact the world around us. When we vibrate at a higher frequency, we attract people and experiences that resonate with that energy. It's about being aware of your thoughts, emotions, and actions and making conscious choices to align with what we want to attract. Okay, but let's be real for a sec. Come a little bit closer. Romanticizing your life does not mean you need to force yourself to love something that is toxic. If your relationship, your environment, or even your job is draining you beyond repair, it is okay to leave. You can still love your life while letting go of what doesn't align with this version of yourself that you're trying to grow. So, yes, romanticize your life, but do it with your mind and not your wallet. See the beauty in now, be grateful for what you have, and create with what is in front of you, because that is how you start to fall in love with life again. Not through perfection, but through perspective. So that is the end of today's video. I hope you all enjoyed today's video. If you liked it, please make sure to give it a like and to share it with anyone who might find it to be helpful. Make sure to subscribe for some different types of videos every week, because we don't stick to the same videos here. I get bored easily.